And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Talisian. There you are, and here I am. And today, on Fantasy Friday, we're going to be doing Lord of the Rings Online. Let me get settled up here and move this over a little bit. There we go. We're in good screen. And there we go. I've had a request. I've had a couple of people message me real quick and ask me, A, a couple questions about my UI elements, and B, what do I do when I'm not currently adventuring? And I figured I'd take a couple minutes at the beginning of my stream to go ahead and go over those, and then we'll hop right back into things on in Enedwaith. So let me see where I'm at first, see if it's an easy thing for me to do where I'm at. I'm not too sure of where I'm at physically in the game. But I can at least explain some of my UI elements real quick, and I will do that. So I hope everyone is doing well today. Just as a quick aside, one, I completed all of the stories, the origin stories in Star Wars The Old Republic, so that's going to be an interesting switch for the game come next time, this Sunday. And two, there's another game out that just hit early access that I've been interested in, which I may stream once I pick it up, and that'll be Titan Quest 2. I'm a huge fan of the original Titan Quest. I still play it every now and then. So I'm looking forward to Titan Quest 2. But very briefly, let me go over some of my UI elements here. The first one here that you see on the screen, and let me get myself a little bit out of the way. Actually, let's just get myself off the screen really quick. That'll probably be easier. Come on. There we go. Yeah, is a calendar. This is one of the add-ons I have. It gives me a monthly calendar of all the events, and you can see today is highlighted. If you haven't picked up your 18th anniversary gift, it is still available. We are still on LI Reward Trek Season 14 until around the 20th, I do believe. And if you're interested in Hobnanigans, the Hobnanigans game is back and will be through on Monday. Another one of the UI elements that I like to use is right here. It's called Reminders. And we're going to cover that since I'm at a place where I can do it very easily. So let me go ahead and port back to my guild house real quick. I can even show you the kinship house too. We'll do that. But what Reminders does is it lets me keep track of certain things like crafting for my schools, opening up my premium crates, doing the daily tasks to make sure that I get on my faction, which is very important if you're doing things. And let me get myself back on the screen now. There we go. But also, real quick, since every day is a Hobbit's birthday, we are the ones who get the presents. And every week, we not only get a silver present, but a gold one. So let's go ahead and see what we got today. For the silver, 50 Virtue XP and a minor potion of morale. And for the gold, 200 Virtue XP and 3 battle potions of restoration. Very, very nice. So I will go ahead and really quickly make sure that my virtues are set where I want them. 32, 32, 31, 32, 32. So it's Valor is at 31, but it's almost maxed. So we'll just go ahead and keep earning what I'm earning, which is honesty. So we'll go ahead and just do that and that. There we go. But this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Kinship House, Knights of the Third Age. As you can see here, I've got a farming garden and all of the crafting things, which actually I need to work on real quick. So we'll go ahead and start working on that. And this really doesn't take me long. It's just stuff that I like to do and like to keep track of. This is the workbench, so that's the tailor. And I've been working on my Tailor's Guild stuff. So there's the small supreme pattern. And I need to make a medium and a large. So, well, I have 141 brush, so we'll do about 30 of those real quick. But yeah, this way it helps me keep track of my crafting requirements so that I can go ahead and every day do my small, when it comes up my medium, when it comes up my large pattern, so I can keep track of my guild. Currently, I'm a Western Met Master in both the Scholars Guild and the Tailors Guild. So it helps keep me. It helped keep me a track of that, so I make sure I can take care of everything that I need to take care of. All right. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and make some glaze. We'll go ahead and make 15 of those. And one critical chance. There we go. That was all I wanted. Just one. Because that one critical chance gives me 3 more. So. And then I'll make up about 5 of the finished. Just so that I have a few of each. And then I can go back to the tailor and I can hit my medium and my large patterns. And if you notice, each time I complete one of those, the tasks on my reminder goes down. It lets me know that I'm making progress. And we'll just slide over here, and we'll work on the scholar stuff as well. Yeah, I can make all of them with what's just materials I have in hand. So there's a small, a medium, and a large. And then once you make the scrolls, you have to use them in order to get the faction. So for instance, we can go ahead and do this here. We can pull up my reputation track. And Tailor's Guild and Scholar's Guild are right here. We can watch them go up real quick. And there we go. My Tailor's Guild is now 31,000 into Westminute Master, and the Scholar's Guild is 29,000 into Westminute Master. So I'm making progress. Slowly but surely. And I don't need that anymore, so let's go ahead and throw that into... No, actually, that's a personal one, right? It's bound personal? That is bound personal, so we'll go ahead and open up my personal storage. If I've got room. I do. I'll throw it in there. Now, one of the other things that I do... Actually, let's go ahead and let me show you the inside of the guild house real quick. It's not completely decorated. I admit I haven't done a whole lot of decorating on the guild, so I'd like to thank some of my kin members. Lardberg and Willy Billy Silly have both done excellent jobs on working with the guild hall. I've done a little bit, but two of my reminders here are for the ingredient crates. Now, these are important for crafting. For instance, let's say I wanted to go ahead and make some guild armor. So I would open up my crafting. I would go to Tailor. I would go to medium armor, level 65 Malahadram, and the Golden Host. If I didn't have the materials handy, excuse me one second. Pardon me. If I didn't have the materials to make them, these crates will actually give me universal ingredient packs, which I can then go ahead and use. And you see, it'll cost me 5 universal ingredient packs to make up for the 4 magnificent letters, the thread, and the 3 glazed leathers. So this way, I can still make the stuff that I need. And by the way, this also includes if I were to make some of the guild stuff, like if I wanted to make the Majestic March Warden's armor, adding the large Supreme pattern. The Universal Guild packs will cover that as well, but if you notice, the cost goes up. These are 8 each. But this way, I can turn around, and if I don't have the materials handy, by having a lot of these Universal Ingredient packs, I can make armor. And they are server-wide. So, for instance, if I don't want to make the armor on this character, but I want to do something on another character that I can use Universal Ingredient packs for, because this character has been harvesting them so far, and I have almost 800 of them, another one of my characters on this server can use the ingredient packs to make whatever they need to. So it makes life a lot easier for a lot of characters when you have these. And by the way, these the ingredient crate and in premium ingredient crate are LOTRO store items. I think it's about 1,600 LOTRO points for both of them. But over time, it turns out to be very well worth it. But let's go ahead and take a look at the guild house real quick. Got a nice little feasting area here. We got some artwork. Painting of Mithriel. Small map of Bingo when his travels through Moria. Nice little cozy den by the fireplace. And here's my office and the guild chest, Mirror of Mordorith, and Ferinder's skull, chest of glittering treasures. And then let's see if we go down this hall over here. Portrait of Narmaleth down the hallway, celebratory scroll pile. Down here we got the War of the Three Peaks map table, a chest of hidden secrets, and our little meeting area near wooden keg and the sign of the prancing pony. And then back over here is the bedroom. Another map table. Red canopy bed. Like I said, it's not expansive. It's not heavily decorated, but I like it. I think we've done some good work here. And again, my thanks to Lardberg and Willy Billy Silly for all of their work in helping me to decorate this. I could not have done this without them, and for them I am eternally grateful. So thank you both for what you have done. But if you notice, I only have one reminder left, so the last thing that I usually do, and I usually don't, there's no way to do it here in the guild hall. I have to go down to the meeting area down here, or the general area down here. Go ahead and get my warp going. There we go, warp speed. The other thing that I like to do is the tasks. And there's currently two sets of tasks that I'm currently working on maxing out. And that's the Alrag and Galahadrim. Now the Alrag are important because that's one of the tasks that's needed for a specific deed. In fact, I'll pull that deed up real quick. That is under Class Race Epic and Race and Social, I do believe. World Renowned, so it's down here, I do believe. No. Epic. Reputation, there it is. World Renowned. As you can see, because of my hard work, I'm actually pretty close to it. I just need to become kindred with the Alragag and then kindred with the Grey Company. Grey Company is I'm currently getting its rep for as I'm adventuring through, and I am currently I'm almost there with them, and the Algreg I'm almost there with them too. So what I usually do is I just come down here. As you can see, I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just go ahead and do these, and once a week, if you complete 10 tasks, and that can be done over a couple of days because they only you can only do so many tasks at lower reputation levels, but you can earn, and there I am, I just made Alley to the Galadriel. So I can go ahead and ignore those tasks. I don't need them. So we'll go ahead and get rid of them real quick, because I'm already max reputation with them. Which means I can turn around and spend the last 3 on the Algreg. So we'll just go ahead and pick up those. We'll just pick them all up so that I have them. And they can just sit. It's quite okay. Yeah, I can wait. Boom. Boom. And that's the last one for today. And I picked up another universal optional crafting ingredient, which is the second part of the crafting. If you recall, just a few minutes ago, I told you that if you had the universal, if you didn't have what you needed, you get the universal ingredient packs. Well, if you don't have either the fairy flax fiber in the case of the golden host, or you can use one of the universal optional crafting ingredients and guarantee a 100 success. So for 5 ingredient packs and a universal optional crafting ingredient, I can guarantee I can make a golden host gloves of the enlightened. Again, it's something very easy to do, so if you don't have them or you're working on alts, building them up is a good thing. So let me go ahead and clear this off. Reputation change. I think I still need to make kindred. Yeah, I still need to get... Yeah, so I still need to do it. And then while I'm here, let me go ahead and pick up the VIP rewards. These are very important.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Because this gives you... doing the VIP rewards every 2 weeks gives you 2 very important items. The first one is a buff that lasts for 14 days, which no damage, accelerates crafting time, but it prevents item wear. And then the other one is the town jug that gives you access to all of these things from anywhere in the world. Anywhere in Eriador, anywhere in Middle-earth. Very important. The forge, the auction house, from anywhere. All right. So now that I've completed all of that, if you notice, my reputation is back down to 0. Reminders. By the way, this bar up top is Titan Bar. It's a way for me, like I said, just to have a lot of my information handy. How many marks and medallions I have, how much gold I have. I can quickly look at my stats, including the extended stats. Check my inventory, check my factions, my location, and so forth. It's all right there and very handy. All right, so let's head back to launch, where I was currently stationed at. There we go. And we'll go ahead and get back into the meat of things for today. So, I've got some quests that I'm working on. Father of Our Lament, which is back to Lahud at the Hall of Sanctuary, which is far to the south. The Corruption of the Cairns, so I need to investigate some Cairn stones. And then our epic quest, we are currently up to Volume 3, Book 3, Chapter 4. Ergothorn, Elf Friend. Find the entrance to Lahaid Ogo in the Lich Bluffs. So that's going to be far down to the south. So... Oh, and there's also a milestone port down there, too. I don't know if I have it or not, but we'll go ahead and pick it up while we head down there. So let's go ahead and get on my horse, or in this case, my goat. And let's start heading south a bit. Actually, let's go ahead and buff up before I go, because you never know what you're going to find on the roads. Looks like I need to make some more greater bow chants soon. And I'm going to need some more food, so I'll have to get onto my cook. And have my cook cook a whole bunch of stuff for me. So we'll head down here, and we'll see. Do I need... No, I don't need them. Do I need... Ooh, I still need some half-orcs. So we'll go ahead and get myself warmed up a little bit here on that half-orc boss. Yeah, I was doing some Slayer deeds a little earlier on, and I still have like about 3.5 hours of Slayer deed time. So I wanted to go ahead and take advantage of it really quick. Okay, let's get my goose. Get my goose. My loyal goose. Have it start honking at things. Honk, 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 honk. Alright, so let's see what's down here in the Lich Bluffs. Minchem has a couple of questions. Let's go ahead and pick those up real quick. Culling the Darkness.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
Oh, yeah, we definitely want to slow them down. At Trakplas, several Elder Wights have been sighted among the newly risen. These creatures appear to be gathering the risen Wights and are trying to control them. Perhaps the Elder Wights may reveal what purpose, beyond the spread of terror, these raisings serve. Will you seek out these Wight captains and defeat as many as you can find? They can be found in the upper portions of Trakplas on the southern border of the Lich Bluffs, west of the main road. Absolutely. Fuel to the fire.
We walk into danger, and we must walk alone.
From within Le Colvar, the ancient crypt below Drug Haned, Wights are gathering materials for the foul rituals taking place in and among the barrows of the Lich Bluffs. I must ask for you to enter Le Colvar and seek out the Wights there. Their ritual components must be retrieved before they can attain their goal. Travel south along the road until you locate a small crypt opening that has been dug into the ground at Drug Haned. Okay. And lastly, Source of the Unrest.
Shadows lie along our path. We must seek to pass beneath them unnoticed.
These barrows have long been home to the dead of the Alrag clans of the Dunlandings, and many other older peoples. The bodies laying to rest after the customs of these people. Recently, however, several of the barrows have been desecrated for some nefarious purpose. I've heard that some of the corpses have recently been dragged out of their resting place and left for scavengers. Perhaps you would be willing to travel into the barrows where these bodies have been seen and investigate for me? It is a gruesome task, but I fear a great evil is growing within this place. The barrows that I speak of are located east of the main road upon the southern border of the Lich Bluffs. Alright, so it looks like we got a whole bunch of stuff around here. So we'll go ahead and investigate real quick and see what we can find. Dealing with wights and wraiths and other undead. There's a Grimashin right there. But I don't think it's one of the ones I need to deal with. Okay, right here. This little copse right here is where I need to go to talk to Lud about the father of our lament. Here's the Hall of Sanctuary.
We have little to say to your kind.
With the depths of Fairdevale, many of the... Oh. And right there, first thing. Oh, shitballs. Okay, well, I'm about to die. I'm trying to pull him away a bit, though, if I can. This is not what I needed to see first thing. Yep, I'm toast. Yep. Yeah, the Harrowings you don't mess with. Those are 40,000 hit points. Those are designed for full fellowships and or raids. You don't mess with those. You definitely do not mess with those. And let me guess, he's going to be right where I need to go, isn't he? Of course. Okay, so we'll come back to Lud a little later on. We'll go ahead and work on another quest right now. There are, I at least have one or two other quests that I can do right now, so I don't have to keep butting my head up against that one. I will head over here. And I gotta rebuff myself. Ah, sigh. Alright, so where do I need to go now for this next quest? Oh, I'm right there. This must be... Is this it? There are signs of a struggle outside the entrance of Lahad Ogo. Search Lahad Ogo for the lost and lending messenger. Alright.
Can the words of Ergathorn be trusted? If so, a messenger from Dunland must be somewhere in the depths of Lahad Ogo, hurt and afraid.
And there's a new deed bestowed. If I can explore these 6 points in Lahad Ogo, I can pick up a deed, Explorer of Lahad Ogo. So, I don't know if we'll pick it up or not, but let's at least see what we can do. This place looks a little interesting. Oh, I do have the Inspired Greatness buff. If you notice, my hit points are like over 14,000. So that actually is going to help me with some of these rare, some of these elite mobs. So that's good to know. A partially eaten rat down here. You found a partially eaten rat. Who was eating it? And why didn't they finish it? This is interesting. Another dead end. Lots of dead ends in this place. Discarded pouch. This cloth pouch is not as ancient as the rest of LOTRO. Someone must have brought it here, and recently, but then discarded it for some reason. You open it up and look inside, but the only contents are a collection of small bird-like bones, free of meat. Tooth marks are visible on many of them. Filled with a sense of revulsion, you leave the pouch where you found it. You found the Mud Eater's lair, the deepest chamber in LOTRO. And there's the Dunlander. Who are you? I need to see Brennan at launch. You assure him that you will bring him to Glen Brennan at once. This great beast attacked me as I was passing the entrance to this cave, and I could not get away. Thank you for saving me. It is fortunate you were passing by and from so far from habitation. I bring a message from Leo Brennan of Turmova in the south. He urges Glen Brennan not to believe the lies of the wizard Saruman. The wizard has sent his agents to Brennan to try and buy his loyalty, and he is worried that the other clans may have accepted his offers. The Ukluth have not done so? Oh, good fortune. You must bring me to launch at once. We should leave at once. My leg is still hurt, but I will lean on you. I can make it. Let me go ahead and check real quick. How close am I to... I need to find the unlucky explorer. We'll come back for him, because I want to finish exploring this place real quick while I'm here. There's not that much I have to find, so... Feebleness, 30 might, there we go, it's gone. Okay. Let me pull myself back out just a little bit. The earth on this slope has been disturbed, as if something heavy was dragged up it. You found a gap in the wooden bridge and could jump down to a lower passage. I'd rather not if I can help it. Alright, that's a dead end. Oh, hello again. I guess we will jump down. Takes me right back. Okay, that takes me right back to where Anduin is, so I can go ahead and deal with him when I'm ready. What the heck? What the heck has just happened? Alright, well I guess I'll have to go back on my own, but I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know if I'll have that buff. Well, that sucks. Alright, well we'll worry about that. We'll worry about that deed later then, I guess. But let's go ahead while I'm here. We'll go ahead and talk to Glenn Brennan. Oh great, there's an emissary of Isengard here. Let's talk to Glenn Brennan.
This news gives me hope. We have some allies still.
Odorin has given me a message from New Brennan of Tirmova, and it fills me with joy, for it means that the Ukluth do not stand alone against the wizard Saruman. We have some few allies still, and that gives me hope. And I got another shattered Khazad-dûm tracery, and a decorated coffer of ancient script.
My Brehur and Brehuris will decide what must be done.
My Brehur and Brehuris have heard the messenger Andorin and Nirian's words. They will decide what must be done in this matter of Saruman. Speak with them and hear what they have to say. They will wish to know the events that led you to find this stray messenger as well, so leave nothing out. They will decide, too, what course of action to recommend to your people. Once you have heard my Brehur and Brehuris, bring their advice to your leader Halbarad. He and I have spoken already on this, and their counsel will complete the argument. Alright. I'll deal with the representative of Isengard in just a moment. Let me go ahead and clean up my inventory real quick. $200 ancient script. We can just go ahead and add that. There we go.
Are all Devodiads so trusting?
How do you know this man Ergothorn is a friend? You know nothing about him beyond what he wishes to tell you, and that is not even in person. I say he, but you do not even know that. Ergothorn could be a woman, and that could be the least of her deceptions. It matters not to me that the messenger Anirian was found where Ergothorn would be. One truth is nothing.
I spoke against the promises of Saruman for many days.
That was the course of wisdom. How few of the clans listened to my advice. Too few, I say. But Anarian brings us hope from Dunland. He will return to Tumova with word that Lahonch also stands against Saruman. Let that strengthen our cousin's resolve.
The road through Dunland will not be safe for you, no matter the words of Anirian.
Your people, these rangers, are Devoriad, but unlike others I have seen. This man Halbrand reminds me of Glenbrennan, stern, willing to listen to the advice of others, but given to decisive action when it is necessary. Know that the road through Dunland will not be safe for you, but it is good that Lihu Brennan still stands against the wizard Saruman. But there are other clans in Dunland that do not have leaders as strong, and for them, the promises of the wizard may be hard to refuse. Tell your people to be wary of the road south. And the last Brehir.
If Tuor Morva still stands against the wizard, we must remain strong as well.
I am pleased by Anurian's message from Lihu Brennan. If Tuor Morva still stands against the wizard, we must remain strong in our resolve as well. It is good to know that some of our brothers in Dunland do not believe the promises of Saruman. We are not without friends, as was my worry. Well, it sounds like they're going to be in support, so that's good. Let's see what this representative of Saruman has to say. And what do we have here? A bit of our field, aren't you, Devodiad? You are not welcome here. The affairs of Dunland do not involve you, and your presence does naught but threaten the tentative peace of these lands. With the pact I offer, these lands shall be forever safe from the incoming threat of the Northmen under the protection of Isengard. Now be gone, before I am tempted to rash and unsightly action to remove you. Talk to the emissary's champion in Brandon's Hall. So where is this champion? Ah, there he is. And here I was just looking for a bit of sport among this backwater collection of hovels. I had dared not hope for any fool Devodiad to offer themselves up to my blades. Alas, it shall have to wait. My lord has business to attend to with the Brennan. But do not wander too far, little vagabond. Once our treaty is in hand, I shall have time to deal with the likes of you. Ew. Alright. Let me go talk to Dufreg, the Seneschal.
As long as the sun shines, you are welcome here.
Your presence here is no mystery to me, Devodiad. Our village is caught between powers. On one hand, we had the emissaries of Saruman the White to demand our fealty in battles to come, while the Devodiad of the North once again trespass unwanted upon our lands. Glenbrennan will soon hold council to decide our course. We have no love for the men of the North, but we are not blind. We see what is happening to our brethren in Dunland. They will serve Isengard as pawns in the war to come, and many will never see their homes again. Yet if we refuse, we may come to blows with our own kinsmen, or the savage half-orcs who serve under the banner of the White Hand. I cannot say which would be worse. Know that Glenbrennan's mind is not yet resolved in this matter, Devodiad. Prove your worth to the Brehor, and he may yet find the will to reject the entreaties of Isengard. Otherwise, I suspect that your wandering friends will soon be hunted down by Saruman's armies, and our menfolk shall march to war in the south. To what fate? I know not. And now each one of the Brehir and Brehirs has a quest for me, and those are the 4 quests that the Brennan's Council is asking me to complete. So we'll go ahead and pick them up. Where there is smoke. Marauders have come to our lands, killing our livestock and threatening our people. Smoke rises from the south, and I fear that it comes from our Carthriers, burned in the night by the half-orc invaders. Glenbrennan has forbidden our warriors from taking the field, feeling the village itself might be burned. So I would ask that you seek out the Carthriers and see if anything remains. A weapon of old. Tell me, Devodiad, is it true that the powers of Angmar stir anew? Are the elves truly allied with the Witch King in the north, as the tales say? Some weeks ago, warriors from the south under the direction of Isengard passed by to do battle in Eregion. We have heard little but dark rumors since. No matter the details, war will soon be upon us soon. You will mark my words. Would that my father's axe was yet true. I would be unafraid of battle. It was made back by the dwarves back when Thror's folk lived in the mountains. But time takes its toll at all things, and it broke some years ago. None here have the skill to afford such a weapon, but it is said that the dwarves yet remain in the far north and have shared some secrets of craft with the men there as well. I was thinking that if this is true, then perhaps I might have the axe remade. What of it, Devodiad? Do you know the secrets of the craft, or perhaps know a dwarf who might reforge my father's blade? Take it, if so. It is of no use to me now, and my brethren would have me melt it down to make a less worthy blade. But I would not see it end so if it might be made whole again. If it can be done, then I shall be in your debt, and shall speak in your favor at the Council of the Brehir. Okay. And she has a quest. Signs among the ashes. If I am to speak openly against Isengard, I will need evidence that the half-orcs serve Saruman. We do not wish to kneel to Orthanc, but there is much fear of what will happen if we do not. With true evidence of Isengard's involvement in these attacks, I and many of my people will be free to speak our anger and deny Saruman the easy submission he expects of us. If you can find some sign of Isengard's involvement with the raiders of Nan Lagin, that will give me all that I need. And last, the half-orcs.
Even the Ucluth have need of help on occasion.
Columns of smoke rise to the air south of here. The homes of my people are burning, and we have not the strength to defend them while the raiders threaten the walls of this village. If you can aid us by doing battle with the half-orcs, at least keep them at bay for a time, then I will support you in the Council of Brehir. Otherwise, it seems that we must take up the banner of Isengard along with our kinsmen in the south, lest we be swept away by the tides of war with no allies to call upon in time of need. So it looks like I have a chance to sway the council by completing a few quests. If I can do that, that would be very nice. Well, the first place I need to go to here, let's talk to Halbarad concerning the council, concerning the news from Dunland.
I understand. When we depart for Dunland, we cannot let our caution wane.
The business with Ergothorn's letter drove me from my mind at the request of the Dunlanding girl. Go now to Nona and tell her that I cannot allow her to travel with the Grey Company. She is here in Lahaunch, and here she will stay. It's not a good idea, dude, but nothing I can say.
Your leader, Halbarad, does not know what he says.
Too dangerous? He is a fool if he thinks I cannot stand with the best men in his company. A fool, then. We will see who has a greater glory when the Talia battle is finished, and it will be Nona of the Ukluth, sister to Wadug, Weaver Slayer.
All men are fools.
Your leader Halbrand is a fool for refusing my request. The Brehir are fools for delaying so long in action against our enemies, and my father Suvulch is a fool as well. He's been avoiding me since Wadu died. You know what I think? I think he's ashamed to show his face for his cruel treatment of Wadu while he still lived. He should feel that shame. It is his alone. He should have been kinder to his son while Wadu lived. We will find him and tell him so. Now I need to enter the craft hall. It's right here. And I'll talk to the weaponsmith Aeda. A weapon of old.
The Ukwirad is angered by your presence.
Pendleton gave you this. I will tell you what I told him, but I cannot repair it. I do not know how Thoror Smith forged it to such a temper, but anything I could do with it would make the steel so brittle that it would shatter at the first blow. You want the weapon repaired? Go to Thoror's Cool. There's a rumor that a mad dwarf lives there, still among the ruins. Perhaps he can repair it. If I had master proficiency in weaponsmith, which I don't, I could attempt to repair it myself. And honestly, that is one of the few times that you will find any sort of crafting skills are needed for adventures. Most of the time, it's not needed. But I can go to Thor's Room. But let's check other things out first. Okay. It looks like I need to defeat some half-orcs. Which is good because I still have about 3 hours left on my Slayer Acceleration deed, and I actually need those to complete a deed as well. So, kind of works out really well as far as I'm concerned. I just need to find him. This one I can take. And I'll grab those tattered shadows. Thank you very much. So I need to find some more half-orcs. Cartrive Imolen? I think that was one of the... Yep, this Cartrive appears abandoned. It was one of the Cartrives that I needed to find for another one of my quests. And there's a half-orc right there. Excuse me, let's get rid of this idiot that's in my channel. There we go. Sorry about that, people. I don't need such BS in my channel. Guess I'll need to work on my filter so it's automatically done. Okay, so there's the 12 half-orcs. Now I need to defeat Burzog. And that is the half-orcs quest. So let's go ahead and clear my map real quick and locate him. I'm heading in the correct direction. That's good. And that way. Okay. He was letting me know that there's a 40k guy back to the west. I really want to avoid him. You discovered a helm of the White Hand. That's not what I wanted to find, honestly. And there's a half-orc slayer deed. And that's just the base, so I still need to work on the advance, so I still need another. And there's Bozog, I need him. Okay, so there's that quest completed. Go ahead and pull the rest up. Signs among the ashes. Find equipment on half-orc bosses. So I still need to kill some more half-orc bosses. I need to find one more piece of equipment. Alright, let's see if we can find him quicker here. Let's... Orcs. I need a half-orc boss. Oh, great. Is this another 40k? Yeah, that's an 8. Okay, we can take him out. Like I said, we can take him out. That's not a problem. Let's see if we can re-find the nearest boss. There we go. There it is. That's why I like being a hunter. But I'm still not finding that one piece that I need. Alright, let's do another search. We've got to find another boss. There we go. All right. Gotta head south to pick up one of the next quests. we go. Okay, so let's see if I can talk to Lud without getting another I'm getting another 40,000 hit point wraith on my butt.
What have we to say to each other, Devotiyad?
With the death of Fernvale, many of the shades in this land are free to move on. The shades that remain have been weakened. Your actions bring honor to yourself and your bloodline. Good. Now let's see where we need to go now. Deep into the Lich Bluffs, but let's head over here first, because it looks like there's something up here I need to take a look at. Yeah, tell me about it. Hey, how you doing, Jezrael? Hopefully I said that correctly. Yeah, it does look a little scary up here. And here I am, and it's almost nighttime, too. It's 4 minutes to evening. Whole bunch of wraiths floating around. Hey, definitely happy it's a Friday here too. Now here are those cairn stones that I need to find. This marker appears to be darkened and twisted. And I need to defeat some Ash and White captains too, so let's go ahead and get buffed up. There we go. Grim Ash and White Ritualist. That was a little scary. Well, yeah. What buffs do you use? I just started playing and kind of confused what I should be using, how long they last. 1 second. Let me not die while I'm trying to explain that to you. There we go. Now, I also picked up the Scholar because a lot of the buffs that I use are from Scholar. But primarily, I like to use the Scrolls of Battle Lore, which increase physical mastery. I like to use the Greater Foe Finder because it reduces the range skill evade chance. And then I usually switch between either Light Oil, which can cause blindness, or Fire Oil, which can cause additional damage. I kind of alternate between the two. I also use some food buffs here. I use one buff that does me in and out of combat power and morale regen. One that increases my overall resistance, and in this case poison resistance. And then I also just increase my flat agility as well. But those are the buffs that I primarily use when I'm out adventuring. And I took wrong button here. There we go. I've got Tailor and Forester so I can make my armor. I've got Scholar so that I could make the battle chants, the combat scrolls, and the oils and stuff. And then I also picked up Prospector so that I can mine stuff for one of my alts, so they can make jewelry. That way, I mean, I'm fairly independent. I really don't need a whole lot of stuff, and I can turn around and sell some of the extra stuff that I don't need. They added a way for 900 LOTRO points. Kind of expensive, because you can add a 4th profession. So I went ahead and did that. Oh, let's do it. I'm going to have some fun. I might die, but we're going to have some fun. Alright, I managed to take him out. That's good. Let's go up here and get this corrupted Cairn Stone as soon as I take care of this white. Okay, I need to use my bow chant. And I have buff bars as one of my add-ons, so that's how this here is on my screen. That way I can keep track of how long these buffs last, so that I know when to reset them or refresh them. And we got company. That's a separate add-on. I picked it up out at LOTROinterface.com. I actually have a couple of videos where I cover in detail a lot of my add-ons. If you will give me a second, I'm not sure this is a safe place to do it, but give me a second or two and I will pull up that playlist for you so you can go ahead and take a look at it. Just need a second to get to my channel here. Hi. There we go. Okay, here's the link to the first. Yes, it is. Here's the link to the first UI. You can find the second UI video along with it. I think that's actually a link to the whole list itself. But I've done, I think, 2 or 3 UI videos where I cover the ones that I use, how to get them, where to find them, how to install them, and such. And if you have any questions, please ask me on my Discord, ask me there on the channel. I'll see the messages, so. Yeah, I find that a lot of these add-ons, they're definitely more quality of life than anything else. And I really find that I can't play without them anymore. They really make that much of a difference to me. to find 3 more corrupted cairn stones to examine. Go. One more corrupted cairn stone, and there it is. There we go. Bottle of vile liquid? Ooh. This strange puddle of faded liquid may hold some clues to the corruption occurring in the Lich Bluffs. The Ranger Mincham might have further insight on the origins of this strange foul liquid. Okay. Let's get out of here. This place is too creepy. I need to go down this way to get some more quests. 21 minutes to midnight, according to my time. This is a perfect time to be killing undead, right? I mean, they're not any stronger now than they are today, right? The Rug Haned. You have found Le Caverne. Uh-oh. I think I actually need to go inside of it. Source of the unrest, is that it? Oh, great. I just got myself taken out. There we go. Let's try it again. There we go. Oh, dear God. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck me. Please don't follow me out. Please don't follow me out. Oh, thank God you didn't follow me out. First mob I kill, I get a harrowing. You tell me about it. So I think we'll stay out of here for a little while. What do you think, guys? Just kind of stay away from there for a little while. Oh, God. First mob, and I had to summon a harrowing. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, let's kind of go this way for a bit, because it looks like I got a couple of quest spots over here, and then we'll come back. I mean, I'm trying not to die. I mean, dying is not something that's on my list of accomplishments for today. Source of the unrest. I have to find skeleton piles somewhere in this general area here. Found the second skeleton pile. First one is down here. Found the third skeleton pile. And a wooden chest. Oh, I can loot it. A page of Gondorian parchment and some silver. There. Up there. Okay, that's where it is. Use some fire oil for right now. And I've got to get up there. I'm not sure how to do it. Only 82 meters away, but it's up that hill. Let's go around this way. Maybe up this way. Up a little higher. Okay. We'd almost be at the last skull pile, probably right in front of here. You found the first skull pile. There we go. Okay. It's probably not safe to go back into that dungeon that I found, so we'll avoid it for now. But I got a few quests to go turn in back at with Minchim and then back over at La Haunch. So let's go ahead and port back to La Haunch and then turn in those quests. Actually, let's go to Thor's Croon first, because I want to talk to that dwarf. I think I know what dwarf he's talking about to fix that blade. Oh, I hit the wrong one. It's Nars Peak, but now let's wait a couple minutes. So let's hit the vendor. Great Company Rewards vendor, there we go. Whoa! What happened here? I think my game just crashed. Yeah, it just crashed. Okay. 1 second, let's okay, let me go ahead and let back into game. That's not good. I was not expecting that. You want to talk about scary? That's scary. All of a sudden seeing all of a sudden leaving Middle Earth like that. That's scary. It'll take a second. It's got to clean up the old connection first. I've had a little bit of lag, but nothing major that I've seen. I mean, I've read a lot of the reports on Reddit and on the forums and stuff about people having a lot of lag since the last update, and I think they're working on it actually when they're not busy enjoying things out of Gen Con right now. That's why there was no Chord of the Rings today, is because Cordovan is out at Gen Con. And they're getting ready to do a big DDO and Lord of the Rings Online meetup today. Actually, one thing I do want to do is check my legendary items for word track, see how I'm doing there. Oh, I got a couple things to claim. Boom. Ooh, and I got an incomparable tracery token. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Yes, I do believe it is in Indianapolis. Since those are generic, let's throw them into shared storage, and I'll open them up when I get to the next level. One of the things, I have a master spreadsheet that I use for lots of games. It keeps track of my stuff in Diablo 4, keeps track of my stuff in Star Wars, but I also have stuff for Lord of the Rings Online. And one of the things that I've got right here is this area right here. Let me get myself off the screen real quick, or at least move myself to a different area. It's got the breakpoints. If you notice, the next breakpoint for LIs is at 86. What that means is that once we hit level 86, we'll get a new level of all of our traceries that we can go ahead and put onto our weapons. So I'm kind of saving a lot of those. Anything that is not level fixed, like level 50 traceries, level 50 runes, level 50 tokens, I put it aside so that when I hit the next breakpoint, if I use it, it'll be for that breakpoint and not the lesser one. So I can go ahead and have a head start for trying to get some of my enhanced traceries when I hit level 86. Now let's see what else we got here. I see those are level 50 runes, so I'll just go ahead and use them now and just put them away. I try to be. I have to admit, I was a secretary for a number of years, including a military secretary, and so being organized is just something it's stuck up here. I can't do it. I can't play or do anything otherwise. So it's just the way I am. Let's see. That's 440 morale. That's 600, so those can go. Metalsmith, I don't need. Shining soldier pads. Light armor, don't need it. Light armor, don't need it. Supreme Scholar case. We'll go ahead and pop that and see if I need it. And I don't. I already know it. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. There we go. Alright, so let's see now. Is this reset? Yes, it has. So let's go ahead to Nar's Peak. That's where I should have gone first. Yeah, my Diablo 4, like I said, I've got my when I play Diablo 4, I've got all of my, what I'm looking for on each item for my thing, my Paragon board upgrades, my runes that I need. For Star Wars, I've got all my characters here, what armor, hilt mod, and stuff they need, what the breakpoints are. Yes, I'm very organized. Some part of me is a little embarrassed about it, but it's how I am. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But yes, the military will do that to you. If you're not organized, it'll ingrain it into you that you need to be. So, but let's go ahead and talk to that dwarf. And I think I know what dwarf they're talking about for the weapon. The weapon of old. The mad dwarf in Thror's Combe. I think I know exactly who he's talking about. And there he is right there, Nar. Hopefully he's cognizant today and can talk. This is a dwarf axe. Where did you steal it? From a man? Where did the man get it? From his father? The man's father was a dwarf? Well, you should have sent it to begin with. I will gladly repair it for my half-brother. This shouldn't take long. Here you go. Well, that was nice of him. I'm glad. Thank you, Nar. I appreciate it. And now we can go ahead and head back to Lodge, and we can turn in a bunch of quests there. So let's go ahead and, well, we can't warp there yet. So let's go ahead and head out. I've got both of the buffs for ports, but it's still like a 5-minute downtime between ports. So, I mean, the other option I can do is just go ahead and port to Bree and then port back. But I'd rather not do that. Where's my campsite fire setup at? Do I have a campsite fire setup somewhere? In the Lich Bluffs all the way down south. Alright, well, we still have 2 minutes, so... There we go. Fastest way down I can think of. We're also near the Giants and the Gweber, and I'm already been working on my... Did I already finish that faction up? Or those things? Or that end? Southern Workwood. I'm pretty sure I already finished up the Weber and Giants factions that I've been working on. No, I still need a few of those. Alright, well, while we're here, we'll just go ahead and take care of a few of these guys. I've still got my extended buff up, so... Ooh, there's a nice big one. I have my own giants. Do I still need giants? No, I still need a few giants. We'll go and take out a couple giants here, and then we'll head out. I should just about run out the clock, so... This was one of the areas when they did the big patch that they just completed that changed over a lot of the hunters and stuff. This is where I came to test my builds and to test my stuff out. And I figured if I could take these guys out just as easy as I could before, then I'm probably doing things okay. In fact, let's have a little bit of fun. This is one of the big named guys, so we'll take him out. And yeah, I kind of think my build is pretty solid. Okay, I think I can go ahead and pour it now. I know, it's great. I love it. Let me get to La Haunch. There we go. Oh. There we go. But yeah, what's nice is I can take out Weber, I can take out Giants, but I can't take out those Harrowing Wraiths because they just hit so damn hard. A little frustrating, let's be honest. That is a little frustrating, but honestly, that's on a personal level, so. Alright, so I got a couple quests here I can turn in.
Drugavar and Kunanoon hunt at night.
Signs among the ashes. This is it then. Now we know for certain that Isengard has set these devils upon us to force us to heal. Neither I nor any of my fellows who dare count themselves men shall speak in favor of this emissary from Orthanc. I do not know what the future holds for us, the Voriad. It may be that in a season's time all of Enedwaith shall be burned and barren. But at least we shall die as stalwarts, and not as cowards. And I've just made kindred with the Elgrageg, which is one of the last factions that I need for World Renown. As soon as I pull it up. There it is. I now have 10 of 11. The last faction that I need for World Renown is to become kindred with the Grey Company, and that will net me the Steed of Eriador 50 LOTRO points, and the title of World Renowned. And this is a major one to work on. These are 11 factions that you need among Eriador. The Algreg, the Men of Bree, the Hobbits, the Dwarves, the Elves, the Eglain, and so forth. Yeah, this is something I've been working on since literally I started this character on this server. One of the things that I had been focusing on was trying to get this faction. And now I am about 29,000 points of faction away from it. And that just netted me another 20 LOTRO points getting that faction done. So let's see, his quest is the half-orcs.
As long as the sun shines, you are welcome here.
You have fought bravely on our behalf, the Voriad. I have little doubt that these raiders owe their allegiance to Isengard, but that matters little if they force us to concede Saruman's demands. You have brought us some time and have shown us the strength of the Northmen. I shall try to convince Glyn Brennan to remain neutral for as long as he may. And I have this quest here. I'll go ahead and turn this one in. This one is a weapon of old. That was the talking to Nar.
I have naught to say to you, Devodiad.
My father's axe. It is nearly as sound as the day he brought it from the dwarves. You have my thanks, Devodiad. I shall do what I can to dissuade Glyn Brennan from aiding Isengard. We, the Uklos, should be our own people, not servants of some power-hungry wizard. And good. Trust me, the last thing you want to do is to be associated with Isengard. Double check, make sure my... I've still got some stuff here. That is medium armor, but it's not worth it. And then that's a sell, and that's a sell. All right. Now, Suvuch is actually out this gate over here. We'll go ahead and talk to Suvuch for Nona real quick since I'm already here. At least I think he's out this way. Yep. There he is.
What do you have to say to me, Devodiad?
Suvuch listens impatiently as you recount Nona's words to him about Wadu. You cannot speak to me of this matter, and neither can my daughter. Only one language will we speak, the language of battle. You and I will fight hostile Dunlandings of the other clans of Voriad, and we will measure which one of us has the authority to touch the other. Do not return until you have slain many of our enemies. Okay, I will gladly defeat Devodiad. Or defeat hostile Dunlandings throughout Enedwaith. I have zero problems with that. Up. There we go. I still need half-orcs? I do, but we'll wait a little bit. Let's go ahead and head down to Mincham. We'll turn in a couple of quests I have for him, and then we'll try it again to see if we can go through that dungeon one more time. Hopefully this time we won't get a harrowing on the first kill. That was a joy. Let us say that. That was definitely a joy. Yeah, definitely unexpected. Not what I was hoping to see, because I thought they'd gotten rid of most of the... somehow that must be a public dungeon that still has Wraith that can spawn in it, because most dungeons are considered instances, and in an instance, the Veil of the Nine mechanic is supposed to not function. But that's a unique one, so we'll have to be careful. I got a couple of quests to turn in for him. 4 of them, actually. Corruption of the cairns. Those were those corrupted cairn stones that I was looking at earlier.
The Olgraig remain neutral, but for how long?
The symbols in the liquid you discovered are strong evidence of the evil that has befallen the Lich Bluffs. I fear an ancient enemy has emerged, and the unrest in the tombs may be its work. Culling the darkness.
Our journey is a long one. I hope not too long.
The description of these captains match the descriptions of several creatures we have faced before. I fear that these wights may have a powerful master. I must thank you for seeking them out and putting them to rest. The mysterious residue, that was that pile that I found outside of one of the cairns.
Our journey is a long one. I hope not too long.
The place where you found this horrific liquid bodes ill for all. I fear that this might be one of the instruments that some darker force is employing to raise the wights in the area. My hope is that we can locate an intact vial of this liquid so we may discern its origins.
We walk into danger, and we must walk alone.
Searching for signs. This liquid that you recovered may yet provide us a clue as the forces behind the raising of the wights in the Lich Bluffs. I've heard of only a few creatures with such power, one of whom is the Witch King of Angmar, but he is accounted for. Perhaps using a current intact vial of the liquid from one of the wights, I may be able to determine something of its origin. I've seen many wights wandering among the barrows in the southern hills, and I will do that. And lastly, source of the unrest. Excuse me.
Our hope lies in secrecy, but we find these lands inhabited.
My fears are true, it seems. A dark force is at work, raising rights across the Lich Bluffs. It is a tragedy that the bodies of these good people are being used for such nefarious purposes. We will yet discover what evil force is at work here. And he has at least one new quest for me. Darkness Revealed.
Shadows lie along our path. We must seek to pass beneath them unnoticed.
Beneath the Druhagnid lies an ancient crypt that appears to be the cause of the darkness that is growing in the southern Lich Bluffs. One of our scouts recently reported seeing a crude entrance dug into the ground there, and from within he heard dark chanting. Yeah, no wonder he heard dark chanting. There's a goddamn harrowing right there at the entrance. Duh. Could you seek out the entrance to this barrow and disrupt whatever foul ritual is taking place down below? If so, speak with me again. Oh, it's a quest. So this is the one where I won't find him, because this is an instance that I'm being actually taken into.
I hope we come to Aragorn's aid in time.
My scout entered the cave and reported foul chanting deep within. When he ventured further into the cavern, he saw several dark figures overseeing a grisly ritual behind a locked gate. You should try to unlock the gate and disrupt the ritual.
Not only the shades of Oathbreakers wander the barrows of the Lich Bluffs. Some dark power has raised a horde of wights in service to the enemy. Only by traveling into the darkest recesses of an ancient barrow can the source of this evil be uncovered.
And let me go ahead and rebuff up because I've used up all of my buffs. Yes, evil. And it looks like I'm working on another one of my other quests here too, so that's good. So this instance, even though it's the same location, is still giving me credit for another one of the quests. So that's good to know. That's the gate that I need to open. So I need to find the other two locking mechanisms before I can go through it. There's a second locking mechanism. Make sure there's nothing else in here. There's the other locking mechanism. Great, we can go through the gate now. As soon as I take care of the... No! Okay. I thought I was going to get attacked again. And now the gate is open. Okay, let's see what we can find out. You have disrupted the ritual. Okay. Ritual to raise your fallen brother. I shall dispatch him in your name. They were trying to raise him? That's weird. This will probably take me out of the instance. Yep. Now I can go back in if I want. I don't think so. Alright, I still need to collect a corrupted file from one of the witches. So let's go ahead and do that real quick before I head back to Mincham. Oh, mournful. I should be able to take out a mournful. Don't heal on me, you piece of garbage. Don't heal on me. He's healing on me, damn it. I took him too far out of range. There we go. Oh, fuck. There we go. I'll take those 6 tattered shadows. Thank you very much. How many do I have? $152. Might be time to make a trip to Esladin and pick up some faction and rewards. Searching for signs. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and see if I can pick up a vial that I need. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that one was tricky. What I had done is I had pulled it all the way past its recall point, so it headed all the way back and then fully healed. So I had to change my battle tactics just a little bit there. We've had a great number of the southernmost power. Okay. There we go. That's the vial that I need. So let's head back to Mincham and turn in several of these quests. And then we can go ahead and head back to La Hanche and turn in that last quest that I need for the Brennan's Council. go. Yeah, I'm not sure why I have this, though. This is this started also on the patch. I mean, it's neat. I like the trail effect, but I don't know why I have it. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the shiny stuff that I get for the flowing silver armor that I picked up one of my expansion packs. All right, we got a bunch of quests to turn in here. 3 of them. The Darkness Revealed.
The Ogreig remain neutral, but for how long?
I'm glad to see that you were able to disrupt that grisly ritual. For what I understand, the body was on the table was a new vessel for Ferndir the Virulent. I fear that, unknown to us, one of the lords of the Gauntmen settled here some time ago and has been using the barrows of the Lich Bluffs to raise wights for an army of his own. Thank you for disrupting the ritual, as it may have well saved the lives of the entire Grey Company and many of the men and women that call this land home.
Evil stirs in the shadows, and the Grey Company has need of aid.
And a new quest, the Haunted Forest. Several days ago, Dervan entered the Mornshaws, a great forest to the west of here. He was hoping to find a way through that forest to the south that would be hidden from the prying eyes of our enemies, but I've heard nothing from him since. The locals call the forest Galargwig, and believe it to be inhabited by powerful spirits who do not care for the company of men. There's one group among the Dunlandings, called the Derud, that dare frequent the forest. And even among their ranks, it is said that one will occasionally vanish into the forest, never again to be seen beneath mortal sun. I'd watch your step there. I definitely will. Fuel to the fire.
Our hope lies in secrecy, but we find these lands inhabited.
The destruction of those ritual components is but a step in stemming the tide of darkness throughout the Lich Bluffs. I thank you for all of your hard work. That was down in that last area I was just in. And the last quest that he has for me is searching for signs. That's the corrupted vial that I just picked up.
Our journey is a long one. I hope not too long.
The delivery of this vial is a grim but an important discovery. It appears that these vials are being used to corrupt the bodies of the fallen within the Lich Bluffs. May also partially be the cause of the corrupted Cairn Stones. We must work quickly to unravel who is behind this plot. And he has a new quest for me. Weaken the grip of darkness.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
There have been reports of dark rituals being enacted upon by the barrows near Trek Plus. These creatures are said to be creating that vile liquid that you have discovered. Will you seek out these creatures and defeat the wights performing the ritual? Travel south along the road until you reach the broken bridge, and from there heads westward into Trek Plus. Defeat grim Ashrite ritualists. Okay. Okay. I think, though, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I have to call it because my partner is in need of me, and I have things also that I have to do. So I would like to thank everybody for joining me today on today's stream. We've accomplished a lot. We did a lot of questing, a lot of deeding, and I think what I am going to go ahead and do is find somebody else who is doing Lord of the Rings Online and pass you guys on so you can continue your fun and excitement. I'll just need a second to load up my browser. And I can find somebody else who is doing Lord of the Rings Online. There we go. He's only been on about 7 minutes or so. It looks like he's doing some questing, and it looks like he has a fairly good rating, and it looks like he has a fairly big audience. So we'll go ahead and join him. His name is Strimtom. It's been up for about 7 minutes, so it's fairly new. So again, I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today, and I will be streaming again on Sunday for Star Wars Sunday. Until then, here's the raid. Enjoy yourself, and I will talk to you all very, very soon.